welcome.
Thank you. It's so great to be back here at the Ahmadiyya Mosque, and thank you again for welcoming such a big group of different people together here at this mosque. I am very grateful to be here to congratulate you with your peace conference these days, and also with the annual meeting that you're having tomorrow and on Sunday. And let me also greet from our Prime Minister, who sent his best regards to this event, and he really wished to be here, and he hoped to come back on a later meeting for the Ahmadiyya here at Furuset. And I know that my colleague will be here also on Sunday to greet you from another ministry. So I feel very honored to be here to greet this conference on behalf of the Norwegian government and on behalf of Arbeiderpartiet, the Norwegian Labour Party. I'll be brief, because in many ways you have said it best yourself. And you say it already when we arrive at this mosque, and you say it behind at the wall. What we want is love for all, hatred for none. Kjærlighet til alle, ikke hat mot noen. And I think that's the best slogan you can have as a mosque in a community, to sending out to the local municipalities, to your neighbors, and to the rest of the world. And I think maybe the best thing about the Ahmadiyya Mosque and the Ahmadiyya community here is that what you are doing to your neighbors, to your friends, sisters and brothers, is also what you are spreading as the message to the rest of the world. We are, in the end, all a part of small and big communities. Fellesskap, som vi sier på norsk. And the Ahmadiyya is really taking that responsibility. And I want to thank you all for the extremely important job that you are doing here locally in Oslo, Lørenskog, in the municipalities around there. And I know that there are friends from all over the country that are doing the same in their local neighborhoods and in the other Nordic countries. I'm sure that you are doing the same in the other Nordic countries as well. And I think to speak about peace and love to Ahmadiyya Mosque is a special thing. Because I know that many of your brothers and sisters in other countries are met with discrimination and violence in Pakistan and in other countries. And I want to say to you that from the government and from the Labour Party, we take this very serious. And we are talking about this issue as often as we can, and demanding the release of all prisoners, and demanding the freedom that all individuals have to believe what they want to be who they are, and that is a fundamental human rights. And in this case, I hope you really feel the support from the Norwegian government and from the Norwegian society. I think to have a peace conference is especially important now, because we are living in so challenging times. There have not been more wars and conflicts in many decades than we are facing at the moment. In Sudan, in Burkina Faso, now also the recent week in Iran, in Ukraine, and so many other places. And maybe the worst place right now is what's happening to the Palestinian people in Gaza. More than 50,000 people has been killed for the last 1.5 years. And now 500,000 people might die of hunger. And the tragic thing, and I think there are no more tragic picture than people starving at the same time as there are food and water and medicine available, but it is denied access. We see that food and water is used as a weapon in the war. And I am proud that Norway has been probably the clearest voice in this issue internationally for the last 1.5 years. And we will, from the Labour Party movement, from the Labour Party government, continue to be so. And we will all the time look into new ways where we can support the Palestinian people. Because in the end, it's the same international law that are protecting the Palestinians, the Ukrainians, the Ahmadiyyas, and the Norwegians. We are all depending that international law is followed. So therefore Norway, with this government, will continue to speak out. And we will be there also after the peace has come. We will be there to support the rebuilding of societies. And I was really touched and inspired of what we just heard, of the initiatives of humanity first. Because I mean, this is what this really is about. It's about humanity. And it's about the responsibility that each and any one of us really have. In each our position. I as a minister, other as working here for the mosque or in the neighborhood. And we can all do something. And I think we've just learned so wisely about the examples of what, how you as an Ahmadiyya community also taking the responsibility of humanity first. Let me end by saying that every person should have the freedom of belief, the freedom of expression, the freedom of being who you are, internationally and home also here in Norway. And we know that many people in Norway also are facing discrimination and racism. And now we see it's actually are increasing. More people are met with hate. And we know how dangerous hate can be. We know it here in the Ahmadiyya community. This June, we marked that it was 40 years ago since the bomb against the Ahmadiyya Mosque at Nordic. Next month, we are marking the 14th anniversary of the terrorist attack against the labor youth and the governmental building in Oslo. So therefore, I think in many ways there are a special bond between the Ahmadiyya Mosque and the Ahmadiyya community and the labor movement in Norway, because we have both suffered from terrorist attacks, and we know how much fear that could create. Therefore, we should continue to standing together for freedom, for human rights, against racism and hate in Norway and internationally. And you can really count on our party and our government that we will speak up in every possibility, every time we have the possibility. I will also come with a great greeting to your leader, Hasarat Mirza Mansour Ahmed, and recognize his very important job for love, for humanity, and for what he's doing for humans all over the world. Let me also end by sending a personal regards to my very good friend Faud Khan for the very important role he is playing in his local municipality, and he is a good friend of the Labour Party, as you know, and he is using all his possibilities to raise the issue and to raise the histories. And I was also very glad that we heard history about some persons, because this is not about numbers, it's about human beings. So once again, it's so great to be here. I always feel very welcome when I am here in this mosque. And once again, thank you so much for the extremely important job that you are doing to create a more inclusive and just society. And I wish you the best for the rest of the conference. I look forward to hearing more about the outcome and how these discussions has been, both today and the rest of the weekend. And I look forward to come back here at the mosque here at Furuset and to continue to work with you for peace, love, and human rights. And as I started off, love for all, hatred for none. Thank you so much.